I take you to a journey back home. Betis is a quarter in Guagua, Pampanga, central Luzon. Therefore, it is surrounded by the towns of Santa Rita, Bacolor, Minalin, Sasmuan, and Lubao. If you are ever from Angeles, it is about a 43-minute drive and about 26 kilometers via the Megadike access road. What does Betis mean? Well, the name was derived from a huge tree situated to where the church currently stands, the Bassia Betis Merr. According to our ancestors, this tree was extremely tall with prominent leaves and stems. That's why its shadow can be seen until Arayat Pampanga. Its wood remnants were resilient and used to establish the church. Others say that it was derived from the name of a river in Seville, Spain, Hispanica Baetica, which was similar to the Betis River. The Betis River was 5 times bigger during the Spanish times, allowing galleons to pass through this. Before, Betis was a town independent from that of Guagua, not until January 1904. By virtue of Act 947, it was merged with Guagua. However, its parish remained independent from that of the Inmaculada de Concepcion.
My hometown is governed by Santiago Apostol or St. James the Apostle. Our parish was established on the 2nd of May, year 1572. During that time, it was under the Vicariate of Tondo, Manila. However, in 1607, it was transferred to be its own parish under the guidance of Father Mateo de Peralta, an Augustinian priest.
As Betiseños, we have a strong bond and a deep reverence for Santiago Apostol or St. James the Apostle. He was one of Christ's 12 apostles, a brother to Juan the Evangelist. He brought the gospel to the Spanish people, which later brought it throughout the world. We truly hold on to the belief that Apong Tiago constantly guards us from any emerging dangers. During the Japanese occupation, legend has it that he can be seen riding a white horse roaming around the vicinity of Betis. Also, during the Pinatubo eruption, they say that he can be seen walking around with his hat draped upon his back.
As manifestations of our deeply rooted Catholic faith, my hometown is dubbed as the Pueblo Levitico, or home of the priest, Balendareng Pari. This is because it has bred the most amount of priests in Pampanga. To cite a few prominent figures, we have Bishop Pablo Virgilio David and Reverend Father Irvin Ray S. Garcia.
We have seen how Betiseños truly cherish their bonds. This is manifested by their deep reverence for the dead. The cemetery, Apongeni Ikabukas, is a controversial yet significant statement. In congruence with their love for the dead, the Betiseños practiced the Daon, or the Feast of the Dead, for 9 consecutive days. This is the only community to hold such practice. Masses are held at 6 a.m., followed by a procession from the church to the cemetery. While doing this, they recite the long Kapampangan prayer for the dead, the Canario. After this, they pray the Novena Karingkalagwaking Purgatorio.
written in Spanish by Father Jose Much. Then, they do this while in the cemetery. This is the famous cemetery I was talking about, the Apumeni Ikapuas. Now, it lies 500 meters away from the church. There are about more than 20,000 people buried here. It is said that it lies in the barangay San Nicolas de Philippines, which all we know is the guard of the purgatory.
This memorial is not just a simple place where I saw growing up. Instead, it holds a significant relevance within my family. All of my ancestors are buried here. Therefore, it is very close to my heart.
Ano po yung akaragulan nyo kay ni Betis sila po naging tradisyon nyo po manibat ng anak kayo, lalo na po na yung daw na.
Dahil ako yan dito sa mga nag-edit ko dati, kami mamarket sa ganyan, kami hindi kayo ng kaya may kaya kami harap. Ngayon, pepaw kami niya mo, ating market lang. Ating market lang, kaya niya kayo kaya.
Lalo po kung titindahan.
Itang meto na po, kaya. Pwede, isko, mga kami, hindi naman kaya. Sabi, itang meto naman po, ay matutang pa yan. French fries. Hindi ang ganita, ang ganini, at yung paitakain na horge, hotdog, juice, ice cream, ang dila. Basta hindi manong pakita. Manong pa rin.
Malibat po niyang anak kayo, gagawin nyo na hula.
Yan yung anak, ayun yung kayo, kaya kaya papapa. Hindi kami iba. Hindi kami iba. Wala yung yan, siyempre. Kayo. Yan anak, pepatun lang yung anak ko. Mano pa na kami. Ay mano pa na yan ang mano kasi ito maksabi. Yan maksabi lang at wala naman tayo. Ganyan siya. Ating yung banwa pa namin, yung bahay ng Gabeto, yung pamahan namin, ang nanda ng pera ko,
Ano po man po talaga?
Misa.
Matisana po. Opo. Palagi yung po lola na ano po medyo maging problema po sin atin man.
Lalagay. Lalagay. Ba't naman yung list ng putin? Wala pa ng bago, tatakot ka. Diyan ka rin yung bawa, kapatantin, tatakot ko. Uling ko tako, $5. Pero wala. Malibat yung kaya, wala ka naman dito. Bago, kapatantin, kalong marot. Wala naman, nadyan pa na dyan. Dilipan ko na rin eh. Kaya lang mismo yung kaya na rin. Buda kayo naduti ko yun. Sabi yun naman,
Ba't po 9 days pa po po yung family nila?
ako man ba't pinakalis ng kumi. Malapit pa. Ito, adyang nananday mo ko. Kaya dayala ko. Adyang miyalo-alang pari rin namin kay. Kamu, bali 10 days, pakitang nabak ko. Tangabak, manibisyon nyo. Hindi siya nalang niya ita morning niya ita pero itang 9 days at panako niyo alas 5 ito kay bang mag-isa saya pero dahil nga lang pupunta alas 3 pupunta ka ng manual walang bandang alas 6 ayaw na kami kay bang mag-isa pero 9 days
9 days po.
Nako,
As I interviewed Lola Trinidad Baby Vitog, I have garnered not only the educational knowledge I need for this presentation, but also I realized the significance of having the elderly in the community. She was candid enough to share me her life story, which made me touched. But wait, there's a bonus part.
Hello everyone! So I'm with Among Gian for today, our parochial vicar here at Santiago Apostol. So Among, how did you fall in love with the people?
Siyempre, first and foremost, I fell in love with Betis primarily because this is my first assignment as a priest. But on top of that, I fell in love with the people of Betis because of the people of Betis themselves. No? They're very lovable, they're very accommodating, they're very loving of the church, especially about their priests. They're very caring and they pamper actually their priests, and to love them is an irresistible thing to do.
What's your reaction towards them?
Reaction towards the people of Betis? Actually, I'm overwhelmed with their love for me, love for their faith, love for the church, and love for each other, and love for one another. This is a place where you can really find peace. Parang you can count with the fingers of your hand yung mga gulo na nangyayari dito, na wala mang away, wala akong alam na away, kasi yung mga serious fights that happens usually in other places are not happening in Betis, because Betisenians are very loving and very peaceful, a very peaceful community.
Yes, but how about our tradition?
The tradition of daon, actually it reflects really the love of Betis, not only for the living but even for the dead, that even death cannot separate them from loving their loved ones, even the faithful departed, because we know, as our faith teaches us, that death does not change our relationships, but it only changes and not ends our relationships. And I think this 10 days of praying for the dead as a tradition in Betis is an expression of that great love, not only for the living but for the dead, an expression of overflowing love in the hearts of Betisenians.
Thank you so much, Among. Thank you for this interview.
Thank you.
Good
God bless you.
day.
Betis will always be a town close to my heart. I believe that even if I am a future nurse who will navigate the world, my entity will still be rooted in Betis. As I gaze upon it, I see it as a bearer of my identity. I used to reminisce about all of the fond memories of my childhood, where I was wearing a winsome Sunday dress and attending the early Sunday Mass, and then visiting my grandparents at the cemetery. I was born here. Yes, I will leave and explore the world. However, someday, when I return to our Creator, I would like to rest in a place which cradled me.